welcome. My name's Katrina, if you aren't familiar, and today we're going to be checking out what came in the mail. This very large box. It's my SmartCRUTCHes. So, I have one, don't mind that was a measuring cup. I have one very awesome subscriber to thank for these. And shout out to Shannon F27. She has a YouTube channel. Go ahead and check it out. I'd highly recommend it. And she so graciously gave me $150 so I could go out and buy these SmartCRUTCHes before they sold out. And by the way, I checked today, now that I got them, they're sold out completely. And that's for all of USA and Canada, actually. You can only get single crutches now. But anyway, enough of that. So, I couldn't wait, and I took them out of the box, and that's one of them right over there. Zebra print, of course. So, let's check them out together. I've set them up a little bit, and I've played around enough so that I can tell you a little bit about it. So, even the crutch tip is interesting, too. That's unique, too. So, I don't know if you can tell, but when you put it down and you bend it, it stays pretty on the ground. So, don't mind me, parents, putting crutches on the counter. But, so this thing here is what adjusts. This is the large wing nut. And you can unscrew that a bit. And then this part moves. So they came in the box, shipped to me like this, and with this crutch tip or leg all the way up here so that they were only about this tall. So I'm sure if you needed to fit them on an airplane or some kind of small enclosed space, like in the back of a car, they won't be bigger than, I'd say, a couple of feet, judging by the box. So anyway, this part here turns, and it can go, it has 4 settings and anything in between, really. So there's this one here, and then there's this one, and then this one. And it goes as far as about here, and then it says you can't turn it anymore. So I'm finding that I currently like it, I'd say between a 4 and a 6, because it goes 2, 4, 6, 8. But I'm still playing with it right now. And then this portion here, this is your wing nut, and this controls how long this part goes. I haven't played with that just yet, but I'd like to in a minute. I'd like to see if I need to get it adjusted to my size better. So, when I put my arm through it, it's hard to see with my flannel on. I suppose I could take off my flannel, but I just like to be cozy. So, when I put my arm through, it's supposed to be no more than an inch from my elbow. So I'm trying to determine what that inch is exactly. So I think that that's a decent angle, but I'm still trying to play with it because I really don't want to hurt my wrists. I tried it at the lowest angle that you can have on this portion here, and I found it to be very uncomfortable for my wrists and my hypermobility. But at the more drastic angles, like how I have it set right now, I'm finding it way more comfortable, and my forearm really is taking a lot of the weight as opposed to a cane that I've tried before, the rollator I've tried. So it's definitely a different experience, and that's very nice. But I'm still trying to get the hang of it, feel it around. So far, I really like them. Let me see if I can get you a better angle over here. So far, so good. But also, what came in the box, these plastic bits over here, those can have foam on them too, and I think that that's something else I need to do with it. So, in your box, we have these foam wingtip pads. So I'm going to add those on, I think, and see if that makes a big difference. It also came with this cute little postcard from Colorado. And that's nice. And then just some promotional material, all that kind of jazz. One thing I found was cute was this that they sent me. So, but that's basically what's in the box. I just need to figure out the wingtip pads and figure out that arm adjustment. So let me stop right here and I'll be right back in a sec, and I'm gonna see if that makes a difference. So I just unscrewed this wing nut. Now, I don't want to lose pieces is the thing. So there's two little washers, this little tiny one, and then this bigger one, and then this little bolt comes out. And then now you can move this adjustment. So now it's on the second hole, and then the third hole. So I'm gonna see where it's most comfortable for me. I'll be right back. All right, I think that's more comfortable, but I'm really not sure. So it clearly looks different. So this is the one that I adjusted. This is the one that I have not. And by the way, there is a difference between right crutch and left crutch. So that's labeled on the inner leg here. But if you can see my wrists, it looks, of course, my shirt. These foam pads are very grippy. But it looks like my wrist is at a much more comfortable, relaxed angle like this. I'm just not sure if it's good for my elbow. SmartCRUTCH isn't very specific. I've watched a couple of videos on how to adjust the crutches, but I just gotta play with it myself, I think. So I'm gonna go play with it a little bit more, and then afterwards I'm gonna add on the foam pads in the inner arm here so that that doesn't happen. Whoop. All right, so that took a little longer than I wanted it to, but I basically figured out that I think I like my settings. This one at 6 and this on the second setting. And so I set up both the crutches like that, and they seem to be pretty comfortable. I'm just not sure. It's hard for me to measure my own elbow and see if it's 1 inch away from the end of the crutch over here. But I'm going to wait till somebody's home, Brandon's home, and we're going to figure out how that works. So one thing I do worry about is my thumb brace and my ring splints, because they're unfinished on the end. I'm worried that they're going to dig into this rubbery, grippy material and over time destroy it faster than somebody who doesn't wear ring splints would. But for now, it's very comfortable. This padding in here is pretty thick and squishy, and it seems to absorb a lot of shock, which is nice. So the only thing now that I need to make it more stable is to put in these pads. So it came in the bag, and there's 4 of them. So obviously 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the second crutch. And it comes with a little instruction sheet. So I'm gonna go take a look at that, and I'll check back in with you when I know how to do it. All right, so that was pretty simple. It's just the foam pad with the adhesive, and then the directions just ask you to line up the proper pad, because they're obviously directional since this goes on the other side as well. So line up the pad, make sure it looks right with how you want it with the foam, and they're permanent, so don't mess it up. And then you just need to remove the adhesive, if I can. Oh my gosh, here we go. Okay, so then the adhesive comes off, and then once you stick this, it's permanent, so don't mess it up. And then you need to stick it right on. I'm trying to do this so that you guys can see too, but it's actually difficult. Holy crap. All right. I'll be right back again. All right, pro tip, don't take the adhesive backing off all the way. I restuck it halfway, and now, you see? Oh. Well, okay. It hangs over a bit. I messed it up just a bit, but, you know, it's better. Oh well. See, so I kind of messed it up because it hangs over just slightly too much. And underneath, there's a small gap, but I have 3 more chances. So, here I go. Aha, I did it! Alright, so I have foam on both sides now. And no matter how hard I try, it still sticks up right here. So I don't really know how much better I mean, obviously here I could have done better, but this one I got down pretty well, and it still sticks up a lot. Just not quite as much. But I love it. It's great. My arm feels more snug. And, best of all, I don't drop it when I let go of it. So I have use of my hands if I need to grab something. And it still pops off if necessary. The only thing I foresee happening rather quickly is because it sticks up over here and over here, I feel like it's going to get really dirty quick. But that's really the only flaw. So now I just have to do the same to the other side, and I think we're pretty much all set. So, anyway, I think I'll stop it there for now. Go ahead and do the other side. Call it a good video. But again, I want to thank Shannon F27 for getting me these SmartCRUTCHES. And now, I would like to name them. I don't want to think them as just a medical device, so I want them to have a name. So, if you feel like it, write down in the comments below what name you think I should name my crutches. I think Shannon should be a consideration, of course. But anyway, until next time, stay happy, stay healthy, and peace.